welcome to Pokemon Go Ahead. It's your boy Cheekley, and this weekend is the New York City Go Fest that is happening July 5th to the 7th, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. local time. You guys have your tickets. If you have not yet, you can buy an extra day throughout the city for an extra $20, whether it's Friday or Sunday. If you guys haven't noticed, I think New York City has sold out, especially for Saturday. So you can still buy some tickets for Sunday by the last second. I could be completely wrong. It might have been updated after this video was up. But if you guys want some tips and advice, we're going to give it to you right now, because I went to New York last year during Go Fest, and it was the best event ever. As a matter of fact, it was the best place to play Pokemon Go. So, before we talk about New York City Go Fest, subscribe, hit the bell, let me know in the comments below if you're heading to New York City, because if you haven't been watching my channel, I'm not going to New York this year. I'm kind of bummed out. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive in to the details. Just like with Sendai and Madrid, if you are a ticket holder for New York Go Fest, you will be enjoying the following bonuses. 1 half-hatch distance, lure modules activated for 2 hours. There are special 7-kilometer eggs. There are up to 6 special trades that you can make wherever you want throughout New York City. You also get a reduced Stardust cost for those trades. You get up to 9 free raid passes, which is going to be great considering that there are some Ultra Beasts that you're going to want to go after during this weekend. Then you get 2 times Catch Candy, 1.5 times Hatch, Stardust, and Candy. They should have just made it 2 times to make it not so complex. But if that's not enough for you, you can definitely add some add-ons, such as the Raid Lover, which is for $15. And instead of 9, you get up to 18 free raid passes each day, which is actually really great. Then you get 5,000 additional XP from completing raids. You also get 6 additional candy and 3 additional candy XL if you defeat a 5-star raid or a mega raid boss if you are level 31 or higher. You also can buy a $15 add-on called the Enthusiast. You get 1/4 egg hatch distance instead of 1/2, and you get 3 times hatch candy XP and candy. I was about to say XL, like Candy XL, but no. You get a lot of bonuses for hatching eggs. And then, of course, if you want to buy an additional add-on, it's $20 to play an extra day, whether it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, depending on the day that you're not at Randall's Island Park. Ticket holders get a chance to get Marshadow from a special research. This will be Marshadow's North American debut. Everybody else can get it during the weekend if you're a ticket holder for Global Go Fest. The Necrozma is also debuting in 5-star raids in person in America, in New York City, and ticket holders can get a shiny. Just a reminder that if you're not a ticket holder and you do get a remote raid invite from somebody in New York, you can get the Necrozma. You're just not going to get the energy, and you're unfortunately not going to get the shiny. Also, Klefki will be making its North American debut in New York City, so if you need this regional, this will be a great opportunity to get it. And also, this is the last in-person Go Fest of the year, which means that Eevee crowns are going to be appearing in the wild for the last time this weekend. So if you've been traveling around to Sendai and Madrid and you got neither of the shinies or not one of the two, this is a great opportunity to go after them, because they're not going to appear during Global Go Fest. And finally, take some snapshots to get encounters with Rotom Heat Form. And now let's talk about the most important part of Pokemon Go Fest, which are the spawns. Now we're going to talk about the habitats if you were to head to Randall's Island Park. The first one is called Brilliant Skies, and here are the spawns. You have both Pikachu and Eevee with the Sun Crowns, as well as Pidgey, Doduo, Dratini, Skormory, Pansear, Patillo, Archon, Rufflet, Furfrou, and Jangmo-o. So which Pokemon should you prioritize in that habitat? Well, first of all, Pidgey, because it evolves into Pidgeot, which can Mega Evolve. In addition, Pidgey is actually a really good Pokemon to do some evolution farming, meaning that if you have a ton of Pidgey candy and a ton of Pidgey, you can definitely evolve them during a Spotlight Hour with extra evolution XP, or just having it in general for any sort of evolution XP bonus for an event. So having these in hand is going to be very important, especially since Pidgey is not as common as it used to be. Dratini, because everybody loves Dragonite. Skormory, because it is good in the Great League. You also have Pansear, which is a regional exclusive in Europe. So the fact that it's featured in New York, which is in America, if you want to get the shiny, this would be a great chance. You also have Archon, which is a very rare shiny for a fossil Pokemon. Also Rufflet, because it hardly ever is in the wild, so this would be a great shiny to hunt for. Furfrou, because you can get multiple shinies and get multiple forms, So if you're traveling to America, you can get some exclusive trims of Furfrou in the Americas. And then I want to talk about Jangmo because for this weekend, Jangmo cannot be shiny. This is a confusing thing that people have been thinking about. They're going to shiny hunt for this, but no, you need to shiny hunt for this during Global Go Fest. Next up, we have the Ghostly Woods. In this habitat, we have both Pikachu and Eevee with the moon crowns, as well as Alolan Rattata, Gligar, Lunatone Cherrim, Golett, the Orange Flower for Bebe, Pancham, Phantom, Pumpkaboo, and Oranguru. So which ones should you go after? Obviously the costumes for all 4 habitats, we don't need to talk about them. Just try to go for the Eevee costumes because they're not going to appear during Global Go Fest. So if you need to get the shinies, this would be a good time to plan a shiny hunt for those. I would probably say Gligar because it's pretty good in the Great League. You also have Golett because it's a rare shiny and it was featured in last year's Go Fest in New York. So if you didn't get it last year, this is kind of like your second chance. Also, the Orange Flower Flabebe. Shiny Flabebe in general is so difficult to get because some colors are regional. Getting an orange flower, which is extremely rare, this is a great opportunity to shiny hunt. You also have Pancham, which is normally exclusive in 12-kilometer eggs and sometimes raids. So the fact that it's in the wild, this is a good one to shiny hunt for. Also, Phantom and Pumpkaboo are in the wild during Halloween. And since it's not Halloween, this is a great chance to shiny hunt for Shiny Phantom. And Oranguru Shiny is actually pretty rare. It was released during Global Go Fest last year. I had one run away from me because of the stupid Go Plus Plus. But we got another one the following day, so it's all good. The next habitat is called the Poolside Cabana. That sounds like a delightful habitat. But what's in that habitat, you may ask? You have Pikachu and Eevee with the Sun Crowns. You also have another costume Pokemon, which is Lapras with a scarf. So obviously go after those 3 because those are rare shinies to hunt for. In addition, we have Chinchou, Mantine, Solrock, Clamperl, Finneon, Ducklett, Frillish, and both Pow and Pom Pom Oricorio. So for this one, I want to say definitely go for the Ducklett because Ducklett is going to be the brand new shiny. We obviously have the Oricorios because they're regionally exclusive. I guess you could also say Finneon because it's not really a common shiny from the Sinnoh region. So if you went to Sinnoh Tour and you got 0 shiny Finneon, I guess that's a good pick. I guess Mantine's decent in the PvP. And then I think Clamperl is a really good shiny to hunt for. If you have multiple Clamperl, that means you have a better chance of getting a shiny Gorbis and shiny Huntail because it's a random evolution kind of a Pokemon. And the last habitat for New York City Go Fest is the Rugged Quarry. So what's spawning during that habitat? Well, we have Pikachu and Eevee with Moon Crowns, so shiny hunt for those for sure. But in addition, there's also Onix, Sableye, Beldum, Shieldon, Drillbur, Dwebble, Heatmore, Tyrant, Amora, and Carbink. I would say Onix and Sableye because Onix's Evolution Steelix has a Mega and so does Sableye. Beldum because Metagross is just a great Steel type in general. I say Drillbur because it is going to evolve into Excadrill, which is arguably one of the best non-legendary, non-Mega, non-Shadow Ground types. You also have Heatmore, which is exclusive in the Eastern Hemisphere. So if you need this shiny, this will be a great chance to go after it. The fossil shinies are just rare in general, so go after the Gen 6 fossils. And then Carbink, because although it's not shiny, if you capture one, you may get some Mega Diancie energy. And now for the whole entire habitat, this usually happens every like 2 minutes, like the first 2 minutes of each hour. But Unknown is going to be spawning for a little bit, including Klefki. So here's the thing. With Unknown, you have ADGHINTY and question mark. And all of them can be shiny. But the number one shiny you should prioritize shiny hunting is Shiny Unknown question mark because it is not that easy to go after. Now, the raid bosses in the 5-star raids are going to be the exact same thing. But instead of Xurkitree and Pheromosa, it's going to feature Buzzwole and will make a shiny debut. Now, same thing with Necrozma. If you don't have a ticket and you get invited to a raid, you're not going to get the shinies. So unfortunately, if someone invites me to a Buzzwole raid this weekend, since I don't have a ticket, I'm not going to get shiny Buzzwole. So I'm going to have to wait till the following weekend when it's available for everyone. Now that's what's happening in the game in New York City Go Fest, but let's say that you guys are at home and you can't go to New York City. How are you going to enjoy New York Go Fest? Aquatic Paradise. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's an event that's happening during the exact same time as New York City Go Fest, which is the Aquatic Paradise. This event is going to be on Saturday, July 6th at 10 a.m. all the way through Tuesday, July 9th at 8 p.m. local time. Yeah, that sounds about right. Pretty much the bonuses are going to focus on incense. So the bonuses include incense exclusive Pokemon appearing. There are increased chance of encountering event Pokemon from incense. I think those are worded the same. I mean, they're worded differently, but they mean the same. Oh, and here's another legit bonus. 2 times catch XP. Now let's talk about the spawns, because there's really not that many spawns. I'm assuming because you guys are going to be in New York during this weekend, so it wouldn't matter. But the spawns include Horsea, Staryu, Wingull, Corphish, Clamperl, and Ducklet. And yes, trainers globally can get a chance for a shiny Ducklet. Now let's talk about incense. There's some encounters. We have Shelder, Lapras, Finneon, and Frillish, the male specifically. There's also some field research tasks that can reward you Corphish, Clamperl, Finneon, and Frillish male. And then I think there's a collection challenge. And then, of course, there is like a paid research where you can get multiple encounters with Ducklets. And if you're lucky, you can get a shiny. Now, let's give you guys some tips and advice because I did go to New York last year. It's pretty much like I used to live in New York like back in 2018 to 2020. So I kind of know a little bit about the city. So obviously, it's about the transportation. It is all about transportation. Just note to self that there is no parking at Randall's Island Park. So that means you're going to have to take some alternative transportation to get there. First, you can just walk. It depends on where you are. But if you walk from Manhattan, you can take East 103rd Street. And that'll take about a half hour to walk over there. If you guys are coming from the Bronx, you can walk from East 132nd to take a route to a gate bridge. Because you have to take a bridge to get to Randall's Island Park. If you don't feel like walking because of the heat, or from what I've heard, it's going to rain in New York, you guys can take a couple other things. The most popular is the ferry. And I didn't take the ferry last year, but when I went, however, a lot of people did make reservations, and people went there first come, first served to get onto the ferry to Randall's Island Park. And when they did, they managed to get to one of the habitats for the event. You guys can go to the Pokemon Go website. When they also mention about the transportation for New York City Go Fest, there's a link where you can get more information on how to get tickets to go to the ferry. But that's just kind of like the most convenient. The one that I did last year, I took the MTA bus. So I took the local bus from 125th Street in Harlem and decided to take the bus all the way to Randall's Island Park. It was difficult to come back from Randall's Island Park to 125th, but it was easy to get there. There was a whole ton of people that were going to Randall's Island Park, so they just made it super easy and made it free to get there. So it costs $7 to get there, but you can get back from the island for free. So you gotta just get an MTA card like you would for a subway pass if you're going through around Manhattan and Brooklyn and all those places. So definitely taking a bus from either Bronx or Manhattan would be the best way to go. And then there's rideshare, which I don't know if I would trust that. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, just more tips and advice on how to be ready for the event. Obviously, just make sure that all your Go catchers are all charged up the night before, as well as your battery packs and your devices in general. And then, of course, just charge up your phones. Make sure you bring an umbrella. You never know if it's gonna rain. And if it does rain, just have it ready, because it will rain unexpectedly. Also, just kind of bring a hat, maybe like a water bottle, some snacks. Make sure you guys just pack some other necessities. And I don't know what the security is going to be like this year comparing to last year, but just to be safe, make sure that you don't pack too much stuff. Just get like a fanny pack or a clear bag or something that it can be easily checked in the background check for the security before they let you in the event. So just pack like very light, but make sure that they're all essentials for the events. And also pay attention to social media posts, because content creators like Trainer Club and JT Valor are going to be hosting some in-person get-togethers. I think Fleece King is doing something too. I'm not sure about Mystic 7. He didn't say anything about a Shiny Luck party like he did last year. So pay attention to all the posts, and then you might just get a chance to see these guys. I did a meetup with Trainer Club on the first day of Go Fest at Bryant Park. He's doing it this year starting at Central Park, because I guess it was just so much better at Central Park. So yeah, make sure you guys check out social medias and stuff. There's also meet and greets at the in-person location. And just don't be a stranger and say hi and all that stuff. They're really nice people. I even got Trainer Club in one of my videos. He's actually really cool in real life. Trust me, I met him like 3-4 times. Well guys, I'm so sorry that I can't go to New York this year. I really wish I could, but make sure you guys stick around because we are going to post some really fun content for Global Go Fest. If you guys haven't heard, I am going to be in Reno, Nevada during Global Go Fest, July 13th through the 14th. I hope to see you guys there. We're going to try to get as many shines as we can. We're going to meet up at Owl Wild Park. If we are lucky friends, please be sure to not be a stranger and talk to me. Let's trade. Come on. There's a lot of lucky friends in the Reno area. So, let's collaborate. Alright? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace out.